Hello from the mountains of Italy. We're in Bologna, in the mountains on top of it, and in a vacation house where we were with around 35 students, Europeans, and facilitators to speak about inclusion in the context of music and art for greater communication and inclusion. This was a project of Erasmus Plus, and we had facilitators from two countries, Croatia and Italy, and we were from the Netherlands, Poland, Romania, Croatia, Slovenia, and Italy. This program was about inclusion and exclusion. We made practices about how we can work with one another, communicate in a respectful way, and create an understanding for each other through music and art, actually. In these 6 days, plus 1 day visit to Bologna, we tried different form of activities. We made collages, we worked with clay, we sang, we sometimes had talks, and we had, for example, also fun activities as bonfire. All of these activities helped us, and especially me, to grow as not only as a European citizen, but also as a social worker professional. My favorite project was making the collage about communication and dialogue, because this gave me insight about the perspective of other students, people, and they actually described communication and dialogue in a way that they actually were understanding life, and that was very, very interesting to see. Working with clay and music instruments has also opened my mind about how we can support inclusion through different activities and actually find common ways to participate in the society, that it's not so hard to find common ways. Lastly, I want to talk about my visit to Bologna, which has been also a great impact on me because of the artistic designs and buildings of Bologna, the history of it, and how the facilitators actually explained about the history of the city. I think this trip grew me in many ways as a human being, had impact on my behavior and characteristic. I had more insights to Balkan regions and Italians, and find new ways to be creative in my own life. Thank you for listening.
We are in Bologna right now, in the top of the mountains. That magic project has been held for the past 1 week. It was so much fun, both on the project side and the meeting with all those people from different cultures, different countries. It was an amazing experience to share with them. And the group dynamics were amazing, and also the most surprising thing, like not actually surprising, but most interesting thing was curriculum was amazing, because we moved around a lot, we touch each other like in a physical way, we play a lot, we play music, we do sculpture, we do collages, and all those things were that I wasn't familiar with, and I was also kind of nervous about all this stuff, because the last time I touched clay was like 15 years ago, so that was a refreshing experience for me. And also collages, never done before. I always wanted one, but I guess this was the chance that given me, and I took it. And I'm pretty appreciative about the idea of this project, giving people new chances new opportunities to discover themselves, and while having fun, also meet new people, discuss ideas, brainstorming with each other, all the different cultures, perspectives of their life. It was a whole amazing experience. The project-wise, it was very satisfying and fulfilling. We made it all, and it was very much fun to do it. And also we learned a lot about them. Also gained a lot of experience about what kind of similar activities can be done in the Netherlands aspect of other countries maybe, because contact is the only way we can meet with other people, other nationalities, other cultures, and it is very important to inclusion, and we must hold it. Yes, my favorite project was definitely claying. Claying was amazingly fun. We first start with like all this making a ball, then we pass each other all the clays around to a circle, then we find our clay once again, then we start making clay but with other people's. So every time we turn the clay to another person, they were also making us with our clay, but everyone contributed to that's my statue, and it was very much fun to see how different people gonna contribute to the clay, and it was so much fun. Also, it was kind of stressing to see how people react, because also I was like the other person was doing mine and I was doing hers or him's. So basically, every time we switched, it was like a whole beginning all of a sudden. So it was very refreshing and pretty amazing to make. I also realized that it is so much fun, but maybe I can do it in the further future, which is, I guess this is what all this project about. Bologna trip was amazing. I never expected what I can see. I mean, it was a very refreshing feeling that being like in an actual Italian city. I went to Rome before, but that was also another experience, but there were a lot of tourists around. But in Bologna, you feel that there's like a diversity, and people in there just live with each other and with different people, or respecting each other. There was a lot of churches. We visit some of them. It was also a good experience because they were old churches, and Bologna is kind of important. All Christianity history. And also the street was amazing, colors was amazing, everything about Bologna was kind of surprised me and never disappointed. It was so much fun to be part of this project. Thank you.
Firstly, I want to mention that being here was a great pleasure, and to experience such activities with such people, because when I first heard about this project, I was a bit scared, because like being in such a big group was like, I've never experienced it before, so coming here was a bit stressed. But when I first like saw the group, it was like, yeah, like I felt really close to those people, and I thought that yeah, we would make a great group. So yeah, the scare was gone. And I think to create an environment such this was like, it was really hard, I think. So personally, I want to thank to the facilitators here, because I think they worked so hard for it. But yeah, so we're here. And if we talk about the activities here, like all of them was so great. Like we're doing something, some painting, some music, or something with clay. We feel that we are really doing something, like we are making something about inclusion, about exclusion, and in the end there appears an idea like coming from the thing that we made. And I think like, how can we connect like clay with communication or with community? So it was great to see and experience such activities. And other than that, my personal idea of clay was like, I really love like making things with clay, and I used to do it at home too, but it was like here making it with other people, making a big clay, like in the end it's not just my clay but also others. So it was really see like we're making something with each other, and in the end it doesn't matter if it's perfect, but it matters if we try to do it, and I think everybody tried his best. And my favorite activity was, I think, painting. At some moments there was an activity that we painted about a story that our common story about our fear, our experience, and we painted about our memory that in high school, like I was in a group with 5 people, and our common fear was like in high school meeting with new people, and we painted about it. It was in the end like a story, a painting of story, and it was so great. We were so shocked, how could it be so great? But yes. And also I want to mention the big drawing behind me. We made it like the last day, almost the last day, and it was also great, like seeing like in this picture we can see each other as a whole, like as a group, like not as individuals, but to be a whole thing was amazing here. And it was also sad that this group had to leave each other at some point, and everybody went to their countries. But yeah, everything has an end, so we also came to an end. But we really hope to see each other at some point, at some moment of our life. And about my experience in Bologna, Bologna was my first trip to Europe. I actually saw Europe, and there was like a lot of tourists too, but being in a culture that I've never experienced was also so different, like Italian culture. Also, I was like with the Poland group all the time, and this was also so great because we knew, like, after the Bologna trip, we knew each other better, and after that point, we were talking a lot more about our thoughts, our cultures, because we got closer in Bologna. And I ate gelato, I ate pizza, and these were also good. I really wish to experience such a youth project once again, an Erasmus project, because it was such a great first experience for me. I was like scared, but now I really don't want to go home. I don't want to leave this place, leave our mountain, leave this nature. So yeah, but thank you for this whole nice weekend.
Hello, it's Refia, and we are in Bologna today. It's our last day, which is really sad. And we came here for the Erasmus Plus project, the youth exchange. And the project was about inclusion and exclusion. Everyone was very tolerant and kind to each other. The facilitator always channeled us into the positive direction, and being in touch with the nature made us feel relaxed and like we were a part of a group. And we meet and we connect different countries. We have done a lot of different work, and we learn what individuality, community, and society mean with the clay. And also this was my favorite because we learned different thought by making clay figures. This place was a safe place for me, which we need in the new world. So it's just like a dream coming true. Because of that, I'm really happy to be in here. I'm just sad because we are leaving.
Well, this project was an amazing thing that I have done in my life. That's about like these type of connections. I was never expecting such this experience. This was my first Erasmus project, so that's why I didn't have many expectations about while I'm coming here. But I saw that even if I could hold my expectations really high, and I would get them in here. We're taking care of us really good in here, like with food and accommodations, everything was perfect. My favorite part was the creative rap part, which is like including all the groups together and trying to write all of this, all of us, and then trying to sing those raps. It was very fun and it was very creative. And this was my favorite part that I can say. And also the part that we were sculpting with clay, it was also great, and it's within my view that we were making we made the really big clay, and we made a connection with each other, and we look from a different view. We visit Bologna and we saw the history of the Bologna while we are over there, and it was really nice to see the history of the Bologna. And that day was also really fun. It was a great experience and it was really great to be here. And I feel really lucky that I found myself in here.